All right, how's everybody doing out there today? This is Meek Martin, and this is Born Again, Raised Again Ministries. Okay, Born Again, Raised Again Ministries. And we're going to talk about today, why is this ministry entitled Born Again, Raised Again Ministries? Okay, so let's go. Let's pick out the swords. Pick up the sword. And we're going to go to the Gospel of John, chapter 3. Gospel of John, chapter 3, starting at verse 1. Okay. Gospel of John 3 and 1. It says, there was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. The same came to the Messiah by night and said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher come from the Most High. For no man can do these miracles that thou doest, except the Most High be with him. The Messiah answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of the Most High. Nicodemus saith unto him, How can a man be born when he is old? Can he enter the second time in his mother's womb and be born? The Messiah answered, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of the Most High. That which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit. Marvel not that I said unto thee, ye must be born again. Okay, now, let's hit some points real quick, okay? In verse number 3, right, he said, if a man is not born again, he cannot see the kingdom of the Most High, right? Okay, well, if a man or woman, if they're not born again, as the Messiah said, they can't see the kingdom of the Most High, right? Well, those of y'all who say you see the kingdom and you're not born again, according to the word of the Messiah, which I know nobody would dare call him a liar, you're not seeing the kingdom, okay? Plain and simple. It's not what I'm saying. It's not my opinion. It's what this is saying right here, all right? Okay. Point number 2, which is coming from verse 5. The Messiah says if a man is not born again, he cannot enter into the kingdom of the Most High, right? So if a man or woman is not born again, they can't enter into the kingdom of the Most High. So those of y'all who say y'all have or will enter in, right? And y'all not born again, according to the word of the Messiah, that has not happened. And that's not going to happen. Okay, you cannot enter in unless you have been what? Born again. Okay. Point number 3. Coming from verse number 6, right? That's born of the flesh is born of the flesh. That's born of the Spirit. Notice capital S, right? Is spirit. It's born of the Spirit, right? Okay, so being born again means what? Simply, you've already been born once in the flesh, you know, all of us born, exited out of our mama's wombs, right? I ain't talking about no test tube babies here. I'm talking about us that's encountered natural births in the flesh, right? You all exited out of your mother's womb, right? Day you was born, what we call today your born day or your birthday, right? However many years ago it was, you was born one day in the flesh, right? By a mama, birthed by a mama, right? With an umbilical cord attached to you, you know, for the most part, right? So you were born, but you have to be born again, which simply means you have to be born again spiritual. Okay? Everybody has been born once natural, but everyone has to be born again spiritual. Everyone has to, if you want to see the kingdom of the Most High, or if you want to enter into the kingdom of the Most High. Now, when I say everyone has to, I'm talking about because of those two prerequisites, right? Both of those requirements, excuse me. Okay. For both of those requirements, you have to be born again to see the kingdom of the Most High and to enter into the kingdom of the Most High. All righty. So in other words, once you are born again spiritual. And when you're born again spiritual, you now have a personal spiritual relationship with your Creator and your parents, your Heavenly Father. Okay. Point number 4. Now, this is something where y'all not going to like me, but I don't care. Okay. Point number 4, which is coming from verse 1. Nicodemus, right, the one who came to the Messiah by night, he was a ruler of the Israelites, and he was also an Israelite himself. And he was told by the Messiah that he needed to be born again to see the kingdom and to enter into the kingdom. Nicodemus was not exempt. Why do I say Nicodemus was not exempt? Because there's a doctrine that's going around now that if you are a blood-born Israelite, that you automatically have your ticket stamped where you can enter into the kingdom. But by the Messiah's words, that's not true. How do we know it's not true? We know it's not true because he told Nicodemus, a ruler of the Israelites. I know it's written a ruler of the Jews, but a ruler of the Israelites, right? He told him that he had to be born again to see the kingdom and to enter into the kingdom. So therefore, if you are not born again, but you're a blood-born Israelite, that doesn't make you exempt. You don't enter in. You don't get a free pass just for the simple fact that you are a blood-born Israelite. Okay, I'm explaining more of that in other videos. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. The truth is out there. You know, we know who the true Israelites are, right? Truth is out there. But being a true Israelite by blood doesn't give you a free pass. You have to be born again per the shed blood of the Messiah. All right, it's the only way. So, in summary, anytime something is born, it needs to be raised. It needs to be reared up. It needs to be taught what to do, how to function, what its purpose is, what is expected of its parent that's raising him, because they have to be obedient to their parent or parents. No way around it, right? It's even set up like that in the animal kingdom, right? In the insect world, same thing, okay? Same thing applies. When I'm talking about us human beings, okay? We have to be raised. We have to be reared up. We have to be taught what is expected of us, what is right, what is wrong, okay? We have to obey a law. Bottom line. That's why we have to be born again, because if we're not born again, we're not going to get an understanding. Somebody can teach us all day until they blue in the face, until we blue in the face. We're not going to get an understanding. So we have to be born again to get that understanding. All right. We have to be born again. We've all heard in the past, even in the present, about individuals where, you know, you can look at an individual and say, OK, well, yeah, your daddy raised you right. Your daddy didn't raise no punk. Your mama raised you right. She raised you into being something beautiful. Your pawpaw, your grandma, you know what I'm saying? Your unc, right? Your auntie, they raised you right. OK, well, we have to be born again. So therefore, we have to be raised again. And we can't be raised again by pawpaw, by big mama, by grandmama, by our aunties. OK, well, we're born again spiritual. All right. So we have to be raised again by our spiritual parent, by our heavenly Father. Right. And he does that through his son, the sacrifice that his son made. So therefore, we can be born again because we are filled with his spirit. All right. So we have to be born again. OK, so in time past, you know, we were raised by parents, grandparents, single parents, the streets, etc., etc. Right. But we were raised according to tradition. We were raised according to custom. We were raised according to denomination. We were raised according to religious beliefs, etc., etc. Now it's time out for that. OK, it's time out for that. We need to be born again. We have to be obedient to this word, the living word. OK, we have to be born again. We have to be raised again. We have to be raised again in truth by the spirit of truth. OK, so this ministry is according to truth, not denomination, not religion, not tradition, not opinions. It's according to truth. And the truth is what we need. And the truth is all that I know to put out there. All right. That's all I know to put out here now. I don't know denomination. I don't know tradition no more. I've been so far removed from that. I don't know. I don't mean for this to sound like contradictive. I know and remember tradition so I can help somebody come out of tradition. Right. I remember denomination. Right. So I can help somebody come out of denomination. I can point them the right way with the teachings that the Spirit gives me. But I'm just saying, sticking to the old ways, the traditional ways, the denominational ways, I don't know anything about that no more. I've been delivered from all that. All right. So that's what this ministry is all about. You know, I'm Meek Martin. That's what they call me. I'm a prophet. I'm a pastor. I'm a teacher. Well, I'm not going to say I'm a teacher. I'm used to teach others the word. Okay. I'm not going to call myself per se a teacher. Okay. But I am a preacher. All right. I do preach the word. Okay. That's what I was called to do. So once again, this is the introductory to Born Again, Raised Again Ministries. Y'all have a blessed day. Y'all have a peaceful one. Shalom.